these are factually the best in slot weapons that you can get for the Endwalker expansion, and so don't miss out on these. Hey guys, what's up? It's Cole, and I'm going to be telling you exactly how to do the relic, and I speed ran the relic pretty much, and so I'm going to tell you all the details here, and I know a lot of you have been waiting for my reaction to this relic quest line, and so I hope that you enjoy. First off is that you go to Rods at Han, and then you talk to this dude right beside the Aetheryte, the same as the previous quests, and then you enjoy the cutscenes if you would wish to. This will eventually take you to the Gilded Araya, which is the brand new trial. I have not seen any inclination that this has an extreme version, but you need to finish the normal version in order to complete the quest. Only real mechanic in there that you should be worried about, and if you're a healer, I definitely recommend you barrier yourself up, mitigate yourself up, then you can pretty much eat multiple of them, is going to be the six-sided thing. Basically, she slashes the area like six times. Aside from that, it is very HP spongy and should just be taken down pretty easy. Now what you do as soon as you're done that quest is you will talk to that same dude at Rods at Han, just bolt to the Aetheryte, just go to the same place that we have been going to for the rest of the relic, and then talk to Geralt, and he's gonna give you a quest. And honestly, I didn't even need to read the text of it. I didn't need to read anything, any instructions. I just skipped through it and speed ran it, and I knew exactly where I had to go, exactly how many tomestones it would cost, grab the newest item with whatever it was at the bottom. Let me actually double check for the sake of this video. Cosmic Crystallite. Each of them is 500 tomestones per, for a total of 1,500 tomestones. And then, obviously, as you saw in the footage, I just blasted back without even checking what the item was. Talked to the NPC. Couldn't even skip the cutscene because I had to assign stats. There's actually a gotcha in there, because if you hit the escape key during the dialogue, it'll just back you completely out. And from there, he will accept my 1,500 tomestones. Now, I have a lot to say about that, but what I'm going to say first is, at the start of this video, which I'm going to make sure that I edit in because it wasn't originally there, is this weapon is factually the current best in slot weapon that you can get in all of this expansion. This is currently the absolute best, and so if you want to say go and do DSR, if you want to say do top, with a little bit more stats, obviously this is going to be, in the grand scheme of things, a small addition, because the mechanics are primarily what you're dealing with there, but this is going to be easing off a very and I emphasize very minor amount of tension. Then this is going to be great if you just want to prepare for next expansion, just to have something cool. You are going to actually now have best in slot weapon. I had a little bit of calculations here, such as for Sage is determination. I got 92 more determination and then 72 more spell speed, which allows me to adjust my stats a little bit for best in slot. Now, if you're like me and you don't care so much about the stats, I'm going to talk about the thing that I do care about, which is how freaking gorgeous these look. So they showed Solution 9 during the Dawn Trail Fan Fest, and my jaw dropped because I just love the cyberpunk theme. I'm frankly absolutely in love with how these weapons look. I think that they are absolutely sickening looking, like in the best way possible, because I know they have a lot of people who don't like English as in their native tongue, like sickening in a good way. Like it's just amazing. It's these weapons are truly, and I mean it, breathtakingly beautiful. I absolutely love how they look. Maybe I shouldn't say it because it'll piss off some people, but I think that I prefer this over the top weapons. I just like this aesthetic a lot more. It seems very clean. I just love blues. I love purples. The cyberpunk aesthetic. I just love them. The newlets hang in the back in a nice way. I just absolutely love this aesthetic, and I'm definitely looking forward to collecting all of them. So if you're like me and the stats are, sure, they're going to be nice, because it's a big might, because real life is proposing a lot of issues and difficulties for me to sit down. I might do DSR, so the extra stats, sure, okay, they might help, but reality is like that I'm getting them mostly because they are freaking gorgeous, if I'm honest. Now talking about how to farm it out, guys, my recommendation is not going to change. The quest line has been the same since day one, and if you thought that I was going to say something other than do your hunt trains, well, you're going to be disappointed, because do your hunt trains. They are much more efficient than dailies. I absolutely think that they are best in slot. If you aren't in a hunt train, Link Shell, Discord, whatever, like Aether, I'm on Aether, I'm on Gilgamesh, the best server there is, and no two ifs or buts or maybes. How many people are going to be molding at me a few? But you know that I'm just playing, but Gilgamesh is amazing. But Aether Hunts is what we have. It runs like clockwork. I have nothing but compliments to all the train conductors. It is absolutely my determined recommendation to make to everyone. So if you want to finish the set, I definitely recommend hop on Hunt Train and knock a few of them out. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm just going to take it casually from here, because the only weapon that I really wanted was the Sage weapon, because obviously T weapons don't exist for Sage, even though they should. Like, that's something that I want to make a video about, but I just haven't gone around to, is they really need to make weapons for the new jobs in older ultimates, like Pictomancer, Vipers being added. Like, I think that that's such a bummer that they're not adding those, or haven't yet. I hope they do. But yeah, that's just my recommendation for the hunt trains. Now let's be a little honest, is I never want a relic like this again. A lot of people are going to be like, oh, but the relic line is easy with tomestones. Okay, I get it. You want glamour for tomestones. I think that that would be another brilliant separate addition to the game. Like the Relic quest line has, for the entire history of this game, been much more involved than this. This is just... it's just doing tomestones, and it just feels like it's not encouraging me to look at any other aspects of the game, new or old. And unfortunately, humans being humans, we optimize, and maybe that's worth a talk about the psychology of that, because I did do neuroscience in the past during university, and that stuff was very interesting. But we optimize kind of to our own detriment. We optimize the fun out of things. And so I think that, like, my recommendation was the hunt train, but would I recommend you go and do, say, like, a Realm Reborn Beast Tribes? Would I suggest you go and do, say, Stormblood's Heaven on High? No and no. So unfortunately, these relics are, and we already know what's going to happen next expansion, they're going to be relegated to just be tomestone drops, poetics tomestone drops, and so they're going to be pretty abundant. And they are truly pretty as they are, they're just going to be everywhere. And I think that I see the Stormblood relic, I know that someone busted their butt off like Eureka. For someone who was like first time going into there, oh my god, that meant something, because it would happily de-level you right into the dirt. And I think that made it actually worth something. It made it interesting. It made it neat. It's just like, I don't think that having the only content that has some form of challenge be explicitly raiding is healthy for the game. I think that there needs to be a little bit of push. I think Eureka, I think Boja eased up on that, but I just am a little discouraged. My voice definitely says it. People want my reaction. Maybe I'll think about this more and do that psychology video, but this... it's pretty as it is. I can't help but feel like we're going to see these on literally every character, or almost every character. Just, I don't know. I just don't feel much like, how to say it. This expansion, I felt amazing in so many ways. Like, I actually went back, and then I PF'd Wu, and then I cleared T. Obviously, I've had the ability to unlock DSR because I did P4S on content a billion years ago, it feels. I don't know. People want my honest reaction. It's not explosive. It's just... it's not even tearful. I think they're pretty. I think that they're great. I think that there should be some kind of dump for tomestones, because not everyone's crafters, which obviously Gil would be universally good, but people don't want that. But the relic being it.